Joining me is William Wallace from Honeyman Meat Purveyors. William, how are you?
Excellent, Murray.
Good.
How are you?
Very well. So we're going to do a little work on a Crown Verity today.
Going to do some work on a Crown Verity. I'm very excited.
So am I. They work so well. What are you doing today?
I'm going to grill off some steaks and I'm going to make an herb butter.
An herb butter, okay.
An herb butter. And the first thing we're going to do is a little technique. One of the things that I wanted to bring is something that works for being able to grill, especially onions, and they don't fall all over the place. Crown Verity's grills are quite close together,
Yes.
so that's one good technique. But this is another little trick, and I want you to show when you put a skewer on their grills, what happens to it.
If you look here, the burners don't start until there, so you don't burn your skewer. Herb butter, I'm going to leave that lid up.
All we have to do is take some unsalted butter. We're going to add in some chives or other herbs, your choice. We're going to add in some of this grilled red onion, and then I've got some Cabernet Sauvignon. Reduce that down to about a tenth of what it was. So what you're going to have in the glass is what you're eating on your steak. Very great flavor. We're just going to add in this amount right here. This is about a half pound. So after putting this herb butter together, we're going to get about 10 to 12 portions. They're going to cost about 75 cents each.
Perfect.
Once you've taken those red onions off the grill, we'll chop them up and add them to the mix.
Great. Look at the mark on that.
Perfect.
How's that look?
Great. Just bring them over here for me.
There you go.
And take that off.
And I'll heat your barbecue back up. We had this barbecue at 800 degrees, even with this wind, because the Crown Verity really protects for the wind.
So we take this red onion, we're going to chop it up.
Nice.
We're going to get it quite small. We're not too worried about it being fully cooked. We just wanted to get that char onto it.
That's right. And that char is flavor.
Flavor, 100%. We'll add that into the herb butter, and we're going to mix this around. Make sure your butter's at room temperature. Makes it really easy. Now, because we're using unsalted butter, we can control the amount of salt that's in there.
Right.
So I'm going to add a little tiny pinch of pepper and a pinch of some rock salt. We're more concerned about the flavor. We're going to get great flavor off of the Verity grill. We're not concerned about the butter being the focus. It's the meat, it's the grill.
This just complements the meat.
100%.
Yeah.
So we take this,
Great.
we take off a strip of some plastic wrap.
That's tough to do on a windy day.
Stuff to do on a windy day.
Could I be of any assistance,
Could you
sir?
hold down that end
Watch
right there?
this.
That'd be great. So we're going to take this, we're going to move it right into the center, and then we'll roll that up. And we're going to put that into the freezer.
Brilliant.
And what we get is this.
Voila, as they say.
As they say. So it's nice and fully mixed. It's got great color, and now we can go to grilling the meat.
Okay, William, let's do a couple of these steaks that you brought from Honeyman's.
Absolutely. What we've got here is a couple of great options that are going to work really well on the Crown Verity. I've got a bone-in rib steak. We call it a cowboy. This weighs a full pound. And I've got a couple of pieces of sirloin. The cowboy costs around $12 a pound. So it's $12 for the portion, 75 cents for the butter. We're at $12.75. We're going to put on some mushrooms and onions and condiments and things like that. That's $2.50. So easily we're around the $15 mark. I want to sell that for $42. So that's going to give me really good value, but also the quality of the steak coming off the Verity is what's going to make a huge difference. On the other end of the spectrum, I've got a sirloin. Now, this is an 8-ounce portion that costs $8 a pound. So it's $4 for the cost of the steak. It's still 75 cents for the Cab Sav butter, and so we're going to serve it with exactly the same accompaniments. And now it's $8. So I can sell that product for $23.95.
Perfect.
I'm going to get great margin, I'm going to get great value, my guests are going to be happy, and especially when they see how well this 800-degree Verity is going to attack these pieces of meat.
Exactly.
Very, very simple seasoning. We're just going to hit it with a little bit of the rock salt. I've let these rest at room temperature for just over an hour. That's also very important.
Yeah.
You want to season both sides of the product. And I'm going to let you grill them off.
Perfect.
How do you like the meat cooked?
Me, I'm rare.
That's an excellent answer. I really like that answer. But what also is interesting is that with the Verity, we're going to get a really good, nice crust, and yet it's going to be perfectly blood rare right in the middle.
Right.
Here you go.
And the beauty. Do you want any oil on that?
A little bit.
A little bit of oil.
Give it a brush.
Yep. And the beauty, you're talking at 37%, 38% food cost on this. Anytime you can get a protein under 40, that's pretty good.
I agree.
Okay. So we're putting these, it doesn't matter these are going out at the same time, but we'll get a nice grill marks on these. You wouldn't get a grill mark on any other barbecue on this thinner piece because it wouldn't get hot enough for you to get any heat on it. Now I can smell them grilling now. Can you, William?
I can.
You can smell them barbecuing already. That's fabulous. Now rare for these won't take very long. the oil is dripping into the water pan down below, so you don't get the flare-ups that you would on a normal barbecue. Great for catering. One quick move, another quick move. Now when I barbecue these, William, I do one side, do my moves twice, then I do my turn.
The less you handle the meat, the better finished product you're going to get. Look at that.
Look at that, eh, William?
Okay, I'm happy.
I am too.
The other thing about this is that when you've got really good high temperatures on thicker pieces of meat with shorter cooking times, I got less shrink.
You do, absolutely.
So I've got better plate presentation. It's another huge advantage.
Sure is. And now if I was doing this for a catering job, I could have these already cooked pretty well, move them off to the far end, turn my heat down, everything cools down, they can rest. They can virtually rest on the barbecue.
100%.
How's that look?
I think it looks really good.
That looks nice. What do you think, William? Want to let those rest, or you want to give them a little more time?
I'd let them rest. I think you're good to go.
I am too.
I've got a plate for you right there.
Thank you. Boy, they look nice. Talk about a presentation. Now you've got that side for presentation, or that, whichever you prefer. Look at the look.
I think they look
That look nice?
Yep, very
Great.
nice.
These guys, this guy will be another minute or two.
Now what I want to try with this one, let's move them over a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's put the lid down.
Okay. That'll cook it much
Because
quicker.
one of the things about this is that when we put it down,
Ta-da.
this barbecue has vents on the back.
Yes.
And the vents on the back allow for airflow.
Yeah.
One of the challenges I have with other products is that I don't have an airflow. And so I'll end up using a pair of tongs to sort of cram them here in order
That's
to
right.
get that lifted up so I've still got some airflow going on.
That's right.
It's dangerous. It doesn't work very well.
That's right.
And these other cues don't have that part that I'm missing. What I've got here is I've got that airflow.
That's right.
And so I can put this lid down with confidence. Right now it's sitting at around 300. That's perfect. Let's have a look at these while we're letting that cook. I want to go for a few more minutes.
That'll go up to 700 in seconds because we had the lid up. All right.
So there's a piece of the butter that we did.
Very nice.
You've got all sorts of opportunities. You can do it in a log shape. You can make it into a trapezoid. You can put it into a triangle.
Right.
Doesn't really matter. Point is that when it comes sizzling hot off the grill, as it's going to with the Verity, that product's going to melt. That butter's going to melt very quickly, and you're going to get flavor profile going over top the whole thing. I think that is really part of the show. It's part of the sexiness of what's going on with
Exactly. Look at this. We're already at 500. We just closed the lid, what, a minute and a half ago? Not even. There we go. Look at that, William.
Perfect.
Boy, that's a beautiful looking steak. I'd pay $42 for that.
I'd pay $42 for that too, and this is one of the things that I really like about this is that look at these grill marks. Look how close they are together.
Yep.
And you've got this cross hatch going on because we
Yep.
did the 45-degree turn.
And you can look at the other side too, same way. Look at that.
Same way.
Perfect. You want to put your butter on while it's hot?
Absolutely.
Then we'll see the real melting.
Use a little bit less. You and I could use a little less
Well,
butter.
I've been told. I don't know. I'm going to get a second opinion on that myself.
I don't listen, actually. Look at that.
Fabulous.
Look how quickly that's
Look
melting
at that.
down.
It's great. Which one do you want to try first?
I'm having this one. I don't know. about you.
Attaboy. Could you cut me a piece too?
I'd be happy to. I'm going to use the big knife.
Why don't you?
Big steak
We're
for
big boys.
Big knife for big steak.
Big boys. Look at that. Look at that doneness. Absolutely the way Murray Lloyd likes his steaks. Oh, isn't that perfect? Well, William, as we always say on this show, let's eat, drink, and be merry.